Hi, my name is Alexander Holliday. So, the film you're about to watch is called Star Challenger. For anyone who says anything, yes, this is a continuation of The Last Star Challenger, the film I did back in 2016. So, pretty much the reason why I wanted to do a sequel, or matter of fact, a reboot sequel for this, because not to the fact that I wasn't satisfied with Return of Star Challenger, but I only make the sequel because I love the first film so much that I wanted to recapture the same magic that I did in the first, but trying to modernize it for today's standards in some ways. Make it sort of like what I did in 2016, but sort of modernize it in a different sort of way. Now, of course, I did make Return of Star Challenger, but I felt like I did the story a little different. Story was sort of the same, but with more modernized sort of special effects that I was able to do. So the space scenes, I did use stop motion in that film, but for this movie, I wanted to do what little stop motion for the special effects for one particular part, and have the rest of it be more like modern special effects for me to use certain things. Now, for one thing, this is a continuation of the first film. So, in other words, let's just pretend that the second film never happened. Sort of like what they did with Halloween 2018, but, and this is kind of my version of that. So, with that being said, this is just a continuation of the first. So, just to let you also know that this film, might have sort of the same tone as the first film, but, trying to, do things a little bit more different in this case. So, the first film I did had hair. This one I want to continue the whole entire story of me not having hair. So how the transition. So basically the story is that Aaron Dominic was killed, 5 years later. And after, his passing, he now passes the torch to his cousin, Roger Dominic, his identical twin. And in this case, the film might be a little bit more different than the first. It might have the same tone as the first, but doing it in a much more different sort of way, doing certain things a different sort of way, and certain things. So Roger, is in this because, he puts the ring on, and now he's the last and final Star Challenger. So this isn't you can call this maybe Star Challenger 3, or maybe Star Challenger 2, the real sequel. But either way, Xander Darkblood returns, since I love the character in the first film so much. But either way, the story, involves Xander Darkblood and his minions. But still, that's the one thing that, this does. It does the same thing that I did in the first, but modernizing it for a modern audience on how I do things today. So, enjoy this film for what it is. A true balls to the wall or true linear story of a person who's a challenger rising up to the challenge. So, enjoy the passing of the torch to Star Challenger, and enjoy Star Challenger for what it is, a true epic reboot.